It was a Sunday dinner at my parents' house, a tradition we had kept for years. My daughter Nora was 14 then, sitting beside me at the same old table where we had shared countless meals. My parents were there, my sister Kelly and her daughter Morgan. Everyone in their usual places like every other month. That night, Kelly was talking about Morgan's college plans. Morgan was in her final year of school and had been applying to universities. Kelly smiled proudly as she spoke about the applications, the campus tours, the future she imagined for her daughter. "We're so grateful for the help," Kelly said suddenly, glancing toward my parents before looking back at me. My mother smiled warmly. Family helps family. I looked up from my plate, confused. What help? Kelly hesitated for a moment before answering. The money for Morgan's tuition. The table grew strangely quiet. How much? I asked carefully. My mother quickly tried to brush it off, just enough to help her get started. But something in the room felt wrong. My father shifted in his chair, avoiding my eyes. Kelly looked down at her plate. How much? I repeated. Kelly finally said it. A large amount. Enough to cover the first year and more. My fork stopped halfway to my mouth. That kind of money didn't just appear out of nowhere. That's wonderful, I said slowly, keeping my voice calm. But where did it come from? My father cleared his throat. We had some savings. I frowned. Savings? Last year you told me you couldn't afford to repair the roof. My mother stood up suddenly and began gathering plates. Let's talk about something else. No, I said firmly. Let's talk about this. The tension at the table grew heavier. Nora looked between us, confused by the sudden shift in mood. My mother avoided my gaze as she carried dishes toward the kitchen. My father sighed, clearly wishing the conversation would disappear. Something inside me felt uneasy, like a quiet alarm going off in the back of my mind. Without saying anything, I pulled out my phone and opened my banking app. I checked the college fund I had been building for Nora since the day she was born. The account had once been healthy, filled with years of careful savings. My late husband had contributed to it before he passed away. It was meant to be part of his legacy for our daughter. But when the number appeared on the screen, my stomach dropped. The balance was almost gone. Only a small portion remained. My heart started pounding. What happened to Nora's college fund? I asked, my voice shaking. My mother returned from the kitchen. What are you talking about? The account, I said. The one for Nora's future. Most of the money is missing. The table went silent again. I looked directly at my mother. You had access to that account, I said slowly. Did you take money from it? She didn't answer. She simply glanced at my father. Answer me, I said. My father finally spoke. We needed to help Morgan. The words felt like a punch to the chest. You took money from your granddaughter's college fund to give it to someone else. We didn't steal anything, my mother said sharply. We redistributed it. Nora will be fine. How do you know that? I demanded. Kelly suddenly spoke up. You've always given Nora everything. Morgan had to work for what she has. My hands trembled. Nora lost her father when she was a child, I said quietly. That fund was part of what he left for her. My mother waved dismissively. She's smart. She'll get scholarships. That's not the point, I said. You took it without asking? We're her grandparents, my father replied. We had the right to make decisions. No, I said. You didn't. I stood up and looked at Nora. Pack your things, I told her softly. We're leaving. My mother sighed dramatically. You're overreacting. No, I replied. I'm protecting my daughter. We left the house in silence. During the drive home, Nora finally spoke. Did Grandma really take my college money? Yes, I said quietly. She stared out the window for a long moment. Why? I don't know, I admitted. But I promise I'm going to fix it. The next morning, I called a lawyer and explained everything. I gathered every document I had: bank statements, account records, and the original trust paperwork. After reviewing everything, the lawyer looked at me seriously. "What happened here is not just wrong," he said. "It may be illegal." My mother had been listed as a co-trustee, which meant she had a legal responsibility to manage the money for Nora's benefit, not for someone else. We filed a lawsuit. We also reported the transfers to the authorities. My parents were furious when they found out. They called me repeatedly, leaving angry messages. "How could you do this to your own parents?" My mother said in one voicemail. I didn't respond. I simply forwarded everything to my lawyer. Kelly called too. "You're tearing the family apart," she accused. "No," I replied calmly. That happened when the money was taken. The case lasted months. During that time, my parents tried every argument they could think of. They said Nora didn't really need the money. They said I was being cruel. They said I was choosing one child over another. But the evidence was clear. The bank records showed exactly what had happened. The money had been transferred from Nora's account, moved through my mother's account, and then sent directly to Kelly. No permission, no documentation, no explanation. When the judge reviewed the case, the decision came quickly. The court ordered my parents to return the full amount, along with additional costs and legal fees. The total was even larger than what had been taken. My parents struggled to pay it back. They had to make serious financial changes to do it. Kelly blamed me for everything. "You're ruining their lives," she said. "They ruined Nora's future?" I answered. Eventually, the money was returned to Nora's account where it belonged. Every last dollar. After that, I removed my mother from the account completely and made sure only I had control over it. I wasn't going to let something like that happen again. Months later, Nora asked me a quiet question. "Are we ever going to see Grandma and Grandpa again?" "I don't know," I said. "Do you want to?" She thought about it carefully. "Not really," she said. "They took my future and didn't even say sorry." And she was right. There had never been an apology. My parents tried to reconnect several times. They sent birthday cards, holiday gifts, and letters about forgiveness and family. But none of them contained the one thing that mattered: accountability. Nora is older now and preparing for college. Her fund has grown again thanks to careful saving and scholarships she earned on her own. She rarely talks about my parents. And honestly, I'm okay with that. Because sometimes the people you trust the most can betray you. And sometimes the strongest thing a parent can do is walk away.